This man ain't. Girl, what you doing? Girl, what you doing? Where's your brain cell? Women have more brain cells than... Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. This week I'm going to be bringing you a reading vlog. So I'm going to take you throughout my week, show you sort of the different things that I get up to and some of the books that I hope to read. So I don't really like to do TBRs, as was mentioned in my last TBR video. If you want to go take a look, I am trying to see if I can sort of set myself in some sort of direction. But in general, I am a very big mood reader and I just like to go with the flow. I just finished reading The Running Man by Richard Bachman, or better known as Stephen King. Honestly, it was one of his most disappointing reads, so I'm in one of those moments where you kind of read a meh book and you don't really know where to pick up from that. The scary part is that I have a lot of books that I've loaned out from the library that are due in the next week or two, and I have yet to read them. So I'm probably going to be picking a book or two from this list, and then again, if I pick up something else throughout the week that I'm in the mood for, I'm just going to go with the flow. Honestly, looking at this list, the two books that are really speaking to me right now is Icebreaker and A Photo Finish. So if you haven't had a chance to check out some of my cowboy reading vlogs, then what are you doing with your life? Go check them out over here. But essentially, A Photo Finish is book number 2 in the Gold Rush Ranch series. Say that 3 times fast. I've recently gotten into cowboy romances, so I am really excited to pick up book 2. Book 1 was a little underwhelming for me, especially because I've had a chance to read other L.C. Silver, but I'm still really excited. The next book is Icebreaker. This is a sports romance, obviously between a hockey and a figure skater. I've read some sport romances before as well, so if you want to check out my review of the Vancouver Storm series, definitely take a look over here. But yeah, I'm gonna think about which book I want to read, and I'll come find you when I start. So I just finished the season or series finale, I should say, of Squid Games, and I don't know what the hell that was. I feel like I need a breather to recuperate, because what the hell was that? Maybe this will get me out of that, whatever that was. That was crazy. Just to give you guys a little update, I did decide to start Icebreaker. I am currently on page 50. I'm finding it really easy right now to pick up. I'm actually also finding that it has a little bit more depth than I find in romance novels. I don't know if it's just like the way Hannah Grace writes, but it just feels a little bit different from what I'm used to, and it's setting the stage for some interesting conflict between all the characters, so I'm really excited. So I currently found another spot to continue Icebreaker. I'm on page 158. So far I'm enjoying it. A lot of dialogue, a lot of context setting, which I appreciate. The smut right now is manageable. It does very much read like a college romance because they're all in college, and that makes me feel very old, considering that I graduated like 2 years ago, but having a good time. Hey guys, so today's Wednesday. I'm still currently reading Icebreaker. I am about 256 pages in, and honestly, I'm actually enjoying myself more than I was at the beginning. Now I feel like the story has finally picked up. We have some conflict between our main characters, Nate and Anastasia, and I'm here for it. Basically, there's just a lot of drama going on in their college, and there's people being blindly accused of different things, and now Nate's trying to make it up to Anastasia, and he's agreed to be her figure skating partner because her partner is currently out of commission. But her partner also seems to be a really suspicious guy. He put Anastasia on a diet meal plan where she was eating a lot of vegetables and not much of anything else, so she was actually under eating. So this book can definitely trigger you if you suffer from disordered eating, so just keep that in mind. But genuinely, I'm really enjoying myself, and the writing here has more depth than I thought it would. Also, today is one of those days where I feel like I wish I had the energy and I wasn't feeling sore enough to go out, maybe go to a cafe, go for a long walk, but I'm listening to my body. I'm honoring where I'm at right now, and I'm really happy that I can just stay at home, enjoy my AC apartment, because I think it's currently 40 degrees outside or something. Yeah, I'm just feeling really proud and just really happy that I get to be all cozy up with my book. Hello guys, it is currently 5:30 on a Wednesday, which means that my class is starting in 5 minutes. I'm rushing to get online, but normally my class takes place both in person and online because my program is really flexible. But today I just physically wasn't feeling up for the commute to campus. It's about an hour drive each way for me, so I'm deciding to do it from home. But because I'm doing it from home, I obviously have treated myself to a couple of things. Definitely make sure that you have some healthy snacks on you to keep you feeling nourished. So I just have a mix of assorted berries here. And as a special treat, I decided to get myself the brand new lime lemonade refresher from Starbucks. 12 out of 10 recommend. It is so freaking delicious. And some water for balance. I am drinking all the time. I swear to God, I am a camel and I pee so freaking often. I also have my book here that I'm currently reading. So during the breaks of my lecture, I might hop in and take a few pages to read. But yeah, let's get started.
And you make a presentation. Maybe you were preparing for a presentation. Maybe you're working on, say, a final portfolio and reflection. Who would like to share? Again, we're focusing on actions you took, what you did to recover, get back on track. Kasha, I saw your hand first. Please go ahead.
I'm not sure if this is like the right answer, so to speak, or like what. I know that's not a thing, but the first thing that came to my head is when I was training for my last job at Mac. So yeah, like I said, I don't know if that's what you're looking for, but it was like the first thing that came to my mind.
Thanks, Kasha. Thank you. No, that's a great example. So
it's currently 7:45 and my class ended early, which is nice. They usually run for about 3 hours, but because we're wrapping up end of term, there's just less to say, and I'm really glad about that. So I'm actually gonna get some editing done. You guys are watching right now, and I'll meet you back. Hopefully I'll have the energy to pick up a chapter or two of Icebreaker tonight. If not, then I definitely want to finish it by the end of the week. I'm currently 270 pages in, and there's a lot of conflict happening between the main characters. Some of it is getting revolved, some interesting things are being realized, so it's we're at a good point in the book. I feel like the next time I pick this up, I'm going to want to finish it, and I just don't know if I'll have the energy tonight to finish it, because I normally go to bed around like 9 or 10 o'clock, but we shall see. So it's currently 11 o'clock, which is way past my bedtime, if you know me, but I'm just not feeling super sleepy right now. Sometimes I have these nights where my brain's just like a little more buzzed or wired, and what I've found from experience is that not forcing myself to sleep when I'm not really tired is just simply not worth it. So this is a perfect opportunity for me to pick up where I left off with Icebreaker and let you know what I think.
그러니까 왜 주냐고. 이제 그런 거 없어요.
이제 그것만 묻자고. 어? 세상 천지 너 반길 아는 거 있다고.
근데 왜 막 반말을 하세요? 얘기가 맞나? 빠른 사고인데요.
그럼 사고 범띠.
네, 사고 범띠. 사고 소띠인데.
It is currently 8:20 2:27. Unfortunately, my brain and body don't allow me to sleep in, so this is pretty normal for me. I woke up about an hour ago and I was just sort of laying in bed, and now I'm downstairs and I am honestly ready to just pump this one out and finish Icebreaker. So I'm on page 295 and I think I have like 100 pages or so. There's a little over 400 pages in this book. So I'm confident that I can get at least most of it done, maybe 50-60 pages through before I go out later. So I'll come find you when I do. Okay, that's so cute. What the hell? I don't want to spoil too much, but essentially something traumatic happens to Anastasia and Nate is there to help her out, and they finally told each other they love each other, and I'm like, this is not how college kids talk, at least not in my experience, but man, if they did, we would be in a much better world, I think. They're just so mature and they're so pure. So it's now around 9:20. I'm feeling a little bit hungry, so I decided to make myself breakfast. So for today on the menu, I have guac toast with a hash brown and a fried egg. I also put some sweet and spicy Tabasco sauce on top and a little bit of the Trader Joe's everything bagel seasoning, which is really, really good. So I'm gonna get munching away, and then honestly, I think I might finish this morning. There's so many things that are happening. My heart is full. I am very happy and I'm grinning at every page. So I'm honestly very excited to finish this. So breakfast was delicious, definitely a 12 out of 10 for Chef Kasha. Normally after breakfast, I like to have something sweet and I usually go for a bowl of fruit, but I'm not really feeling fruit this morning. I actually wanted to try something new. So I went to Healthy Planet yesterday and I was looking around for some overnight oats. I really wanted to buy this iced cappuccino flavor that I saw on the internet. Fortunately, the location I went to didn't have it, but they did have a chia pudding mixed with overnight oats something. So I was like, this sounds interesting. And the lady at the cash register said that she put all of her coworkers on it and that they all really like it. So that's what I'm having as my little sweet treat this morning after breakfast. I'm very excited and curious. I got the chocolate something flavor. It honestly smells like chocolate pudding. Like, you know those little chocolate pudding cups you would get as a kid? That's exactly what this smells like. Also, I normally use a tripod for these kind of shots, and my tripod's all the way over there. I've propped the phone up against a little cardboard box on this table, so we're just gonna deal with the angle changes. But yeah, I'm excited. It's a very interesting texture. I don't know if you can see as I'm mixing. Being a vlogger is harder than I thought. Just know that it's an interesting mixture. You can have the first bite. Okay. Another bite before I say what I think. I like this. I really like the texture because the oats really give it that like crumbly texture. So it's not smooth in the way like pudding is, but there is a sense of smoothness to it, if that makes sense. It is a perfect blend of like a pudding with some like graham crackers or some oats mixed in between. The one thing I guess I didn't realize, and I probably should have because this is organic and healthy for you, is that there's no added sugar. So in terms of like its sweet level, it's not really up there for me. I do think I can make this a little bit better by grabbing some fruits and honey, so I'll be right back. Hello, so I'm back. I decided to grab some blueberries. I don't know if this is the best fruit for like a chocolate pudding, but blueberry chocolate, that's a thing, right? I'm gonna add a little bit of that, mix it in. The texture of the blueberry works really well. If it's not obvious, I'm a big texture person. I don't know about you guys, but I grew up a picky eater. So I didn't really eat a lot of fruits or vegetables growing up. It was probably why I was also a big girl growing up, because I didn't really eat healthy. But now I'm sort of in my reclamation era in all aspects of my life. I'm reclaiming that by eating good, healthy food. And this honey that I have is really good. I believe it's natural honey. Yes. Very, very good. It literally says ingredients, bee honey liquid. That's one thing I learned from like all those nutritional podcasts and audiobooks and just things on the internet that you read and see, is that the ingredient list is so important. It's more important than the calorie count. Game changer. This makes it like a fun little dessert now. Sugar in moderation is good for your body, especially if it's the right type of sugar. I just love drizzling my honey. I don't know if you can see that. Again, vlogging is not my strong suit, but I'm trying. Mix it all together. I didn't finish my train of thought. Picky eater. So When you're a picky eater, texture is one of the main things that I've heard from other picky eater people. Yes, there's a community of us. Texture is a big thing. It's like, for example, I love berries. Raspberries, strawberries, blueberries, love them to death. Texture is great. But when it comes to fruits like bananas or apples, I'm not a huge fan of the texture or the taste. Which is interesting because I do like apple flavored stuff and I like banana flavored stuff, but I can't eat the fruit on its own. You shouldn't feel bad about what you like or don't like. You know, I try to keep an open mind and I'm willing to try new things, but there are just some things I know I'm never gonna like. And that's okay. Okay, I have to film this because I'm seething. So I think I was telling you guys before that Anastasia and her skating partner, they don't really have a good relationship. He's kind of sus. He tried to adjust her meal plan. He has issues at home, whatever, battered and bruised. Now he's finally cleared of his injury and now they're back to being skating partners and they have nationals coming up, blah, 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 blah. And as usual, he's still being a complete asshole to Anastasia, and I clearly am feeling left out of the loop because I don't understand why she's giving this idiot a second chance. He said some really nasty things about her, which I don't really want to spoil or go too much into, but I'm just sitting here like, hello? Girl, like, get a grip, get some self-respect. For once, I'm actually on the man's side. Like, her boyfriend, Nate, was basically like, babe, like, why are you doing this? Like, he doesn't respect you, I don't trust him, and I'm sitting here like, this man ate. This man ain't. Girl, what you doing? Girl, what you doing? Where's your brain cell? Women have more brain cells than men, like on average. I don't know if that's scientifically proven, but from my experience, that is usually the case. So I'm just upset. And I know that there's going to be conflict in like the next 10 or 20 pages. So I'm sure we'll be back very soon. Okay, hi, me again. This is like 2 pages later, but why is this entire book free therapy? Like, I'm just going to read you a quote. So this is the, basically Nate's friends are talking to him about Anastasia and they're telling him like why they think he's so jealous of her spending time with her skating partner, Erin. And one of the friends goes, it is your ego. You think that he's gonna manipulate her into forgiving him and then she won't need you anymore. You like being needed by her. It makes you feel important. You know Erin hates you and you think he's gonna keep her away from you, which just shows you don't know how strong she is or truly understand how much she loves you. Like 5% of me is like, okay, I'm rolling my eyes because I'm like, hello, like college kids do not speak this way. Even adults don't speak this way. Like these are people who have gone to like extensive CBT. I know that because I've gone to CBT. So this is how I talk in my day-to-day life. I am kind of loving it though, because I'm so sorry, but the cover of this book does not scream free therapy to me. This is giving like college smutty hockey romance, which is what I'm here for, but this is turning out to be a much deeper read than I anticipated, and I'm literally here for every second of it. Okay, I'm clearly too emotionally invested in this book, but we're getting to the climax. We're getting to the conflict. Like it's piping hot, and my eyes just went to the bottom of the page, and I was like, what? So I was like, okay, I have to film myself reading the build up to this because what the hell is going on? End of the chapter, what? So, okay, spoilers ahead for the book, so if you don't want to listen to the next few seconds because you want to read the book, click away. But Erin just kissed Anastasia, and I'm not gonna lie, it definitely crossed my mind that he's like secretly in love with her. But at the same time, if you love somebody, why would you control their eating so rigidly? Why would you be such an asshole, blah, blah, blah? Like, this man has problems. And now we're seeing her point of view, so I'm very, I need to know what's going on. Yeah, no, this coach is not it. She's all like, oh, you know, I know you're upset, but this is your career. You have to put on a brave face for the camera. This man just put himself on her and forced a kiss, like low-key a makeout. That's sexual assault. Like, normalize that. This is upsetting me. This is upsetting me. Also, I guess I should say trigger warning in this book for sexual assault and lack of consent, which again, looking at this cover, did not expect. Aww, that's so precious. Oh my god. Okay, so definitely a really good read. I think I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 stars. I was not expecting to like it this much. I think I said that at the beginning of this vlog. I just thought this was gonna be silly college vibes, immature, you know, whatever, and a hockey, and I was, you know, I can't English right now, but basically I thought this was just going to be a guilty pleasure immature read, but this had a lot more maturity and depth and complexity to it than I really thought, and that made me enjoy it a hell of a lot more. The epilogue was like a little cringy but happy in a good way, where it's like, oh, everything works out for them and marriage and all that stuff, which is not really a spoiler because I feel like all of these books end up as happily ever afters, but that was really good. I have to think about what I want to read next before the end of the week because it's currently Thursday, but I'll come find you when I decide what I want to read. It's currently Friday. I got up early this morning to wash my hair because I need enough time to let it dry before I go out today. Today's actually going to be an exciting day. I'm going to be going downtown to watch a baseball game tonight. So what better than to pair a lovely book with my outing? As you guys know, I just finished Icebreaker by Hannah Grace and I didn't expect to like it so much. So naturally I was like, okay, what am I in the mood to read next? And I decided I'm going to go with the sequel to this series, which is Wildfire. I'm really grateful to my friend who gave me a copy of hers that she had an extra one of, so I didn't have to pay for this, so that makes it feel even more special. And also this edition is so pretty. Like, I love the back. It's just like, oh, it's so cute. And it matches my nails, so I feel like that's a sign from the universe. In Wildfire, we're following one of Nate's best friends from the first book, so it's nice to have sort of that continuity with the characters in the story. And our two main characters have a one-night stand, and then they find themselves being co-camp counselors for a summer camp. As someone who's always been interested in doing camp, especially when I was in high school and my early college years, I'm curious to see how this dynamic's going to play out. So I'll come find you later when I'm about to leave for the game, but I'm really excited to jump into this. Hello guys, so I just got ready to go to the baseball game, if you can't tell by my little attire. I'm gonna do a quick little fit check. I'm not actually this type of influencer, so I'm like, I don't know if this camera angle even catches the full ambiance of what I'm wearing, but I'm wearing my little hat. My dad recently bought me this jersey, which I'm very grateful for. It's really cute because it has the city name sort of like sprawled all across. And to top it off, I'm also wearing a long black dress, sort of to have as my layer on. Normally, because it's summer, I would wear something a little bit shorter because it's really hot out, but today is actually one of the few days that we've had in Ontario that we're hitting like a 20-degree weather, so it should be just perfectly right. I'm also going to be bringing Wildfire with me in my trusty little tote bag, so I'll catch you guys at the game. Hey guys, so I just finished wrapping up at Starbucks. I got quite a lot done with editing this vlog and I just started my final assignment. I also got a little bit through Wildfire. I'm around 140 pages in. And once again, Hannah Grace is writing these 20-year-olds like they've been to like extensive therapy. And I texted my friend who gave me the copy of the book. I was like, why are these kids more sophisticated than me? Like, why have they all gone to therapy? Even though I have too, I'm like, damn, some of the lines in this book just really hit me. I'm gonna go ahead now. I have a massage appointment coming up, and then after that I just have some errands to run and some meal prep to do, but I do hope to finish Wildfire by the end of the weekend. Hello guys, and guess who just finished Wildfire? So it's currently Sunday, as obvious by my t-shirt, and I spent the entire morning finishing up this book because I honestly couldn't stop. If you can't tell by the stupid grin on my face, I absolutely adored this book and I'm giving it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I honestly almost gave it a 5 stars, but I don't know, by the end of the book it just wasn't giving me that 5-star feeling, but overall I still really enjoyed myself. I genuinely feel like Hannah Grace wrote this book with me in mind because I related to Aurora so freaking hard, it's not even funny. Just to give you some context, look at all the pictures I took of quotes while I was reading this book. Safe to say I'm going to be picking up book 3 in the series once my library loan comes in. But yeah, I just had a great time and I really liked filming this reading vlog, so I hope you guys enjoyed watching it too. And I will be having some interesting content coming out next week, so make sure you stay tuned. If you guys like these types of reading vlogs, please let me know in the comments below. I loved making it and I would love to make some more in the future. I'm really glad I got to bring you all on my week here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!